So, it's raining today. Hi. Hi. Say hello. Say hello, Kelly. Say hello. She's all wet. She was born in the water, so the water doesn't bother her. She'll follow me around. She's my dog. My dog, Callie. So, I just wanted to show, even though it's raining, it's kind of drizzling, but this monstrosity over here is Cherokee tomatoes. And we've already started getting ripe tomatoes off of here, but I kind of wanted to show all the, there's just a bunch of tomatoes hiding in there. And we don't really spot them all until they start turning red. But like I said, we've already gotten a bunch. We've already harvested probably 50 pounds of berries by now. And there's still more. These are blackberries right here. And then those are the blueberries back there. Those are the ones that we've had for about 3 years. So they're really producing a lot. This is a loquat tree, which is a little bit different variety than the other loquat trees that I have that I don't get fruit from. Here's our little babies. Mama escaped through the barrier, and she's not showing any interest in coming back. So these poor little orphan babies are kind of freaking out. They don't understand why Mama took off. Mama's actually below the creek, but I can't get her to come back up and mother her babies. She's down here, down there. So I keep the thing locked because I don't want the babies to get out and get hurt by the other chickens, because they will. Chickens are kind of mean. They can be pretty brutal at times. Anyways, you can see on the lake it's raining. I'm just going to go down here. Me and Callie are going to come down here and take a look at the orange tree to see how it's doing. I can't believe how good it's doing down here. It gets pretty cold in the wintertime. And it retained its leaves. We did cover it up, but it retained its leaves throughout the winter. I'm going to check over here. Check the corn. I believe the corn is almost ready. Yesterday we came down here and harvested tomatoes. I had to throw 5 of them out because of the moisture kind of got to them. It's been raining a lot lately. And we had, I don't think they were slugs. I don't know what they were. But we still harvested a basketful yesterday. I harvested the holy basil. That's why it looks so short. Oh, and it looks like Joseph cleaned out the poison ivy. And no, I did not react. When I accidentally touched it during that last video, after I finished the video, I went up to the house and washed my hands. And I do have jewel weed soap. Wash my hands in that. So no reaction. There's our children of the corn right there. Yep, child of the corn. So it looks like the corn is almost ready. It looks beautiful. Beautiful. And like I said, tons of tomatoes and peppers. I harvested pepperoncinis yesterday too, so there's not very many on there. But I wanted to just kind of come down here and check the corn. These are peas. This is okra. And this is the Alabama butter beans, some kind of a rare variety of butter beans. They're not bush beans. They climb. They grow on the vine. Hey, baby. Sorry about the chickens in the background. You know, they do their thing. They lay their eggs and holler about it so they can alert the other chickens. Come on, Callie. Anyway, some of you may be asking about our house. I know it's not in very good shape. It was a fixer-upper. We are actually fixing the inside of the house before we fix the outside. So it looks bad. I know. It is what it is. I'm just gonna go up here and check the fig trees. I already checked the logs to see if there was any mushrooms growing, and there's not yet. So I'm just gonna come up here. Anyway, the reason why I'm showing the food that we grow is because I'm trying to encourage people to grow food. I mean, I'm 68. My husband is 65. He'll be 65 this year. And yeah, it takes a lot of work, but it's rewarding because we don't have to buy food. So it's worth it. I did want to show you this. Remember I said in the last I showed the Seminole pumpkin vine in the last video? Well, now we got, I don't know, probably 20 or 30 little pumpkins coming up. And of course the vine just went everywhere. It's all over the front yard. And I'm going to step over it as I check. There's some, well, those are flowers. The flowers are open in the morning. We got some Seminole pumpkins started there. Look at that. They're all over the place. So I wanted to check on the figs. I've been, sorry, I'm out of breath. It's hot and humid here, and I don't handle hot and humidity very well. Figs are doing really well. They're coming up. I have been throwing chicken poop next to the fig trees. And see, it works. Oh, yeah, it's really, really muggy. Really muggy. You know, with the rain and the heat. It's probably in the 80s already, and it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. Look at all those figs. Isn't that beautiful? Now, fig trees, typically, the figs only grow on the young, the new stems. So when you cut back, which I butchered this thing. I butchered this thing last year. When you cut back, it's actually a good thing because it encourages the tree to grow more branches and more figs, more fruit. And here's the grapes. They are looking fantastic. I'm going to go around to this side, see if we can get a better view of, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, they're just all over the place. They're almost ready. Well, some of them are. There's a lot of them on the bottom here. There's some. There's some up here. Aren't they beautiful? And as I explained earlier, the reason why we have the netting on there is because the deer will get them, and the squirrels and everything else will get them before we do if we don't put netting on them. I don't know why it's out of focus. Come on, baby. There we go. That's my lavender. I harvested half of it and left the other half for the bees. But it looks like more's growing, so I might get some more. This is yarrow, and yarrow takes over the world around here. There's our other. And this one, this grapevine is only about a year old. So it's already producing grapes. It looks like the grapes are going to be smaller, but you know, it's partially because the yarrow keeps trying to choke out this vine over here, and we keep trying to clear out the yarrow. It's a great medicinal herb. They used to use it during World War II for clotting. Oh, look at these grapes. Aren't they pretty? Those are beautiful. I think these are green grapes. Judging by the looks of them, they're not changing. So, they look fantastic. They're definitely not ready yet. And this lavender, I think, has spider mites. I'm going to have to spray some neem on there, as I said before. Witch hazel. More lavender. And I'm going to harvest more flowers. I just hesitate because the bees love it. Now this fig tree, as I said in the earlier video, we just planted it this year. And it's already got figs on it. So I need to fertilize it because I don't think I threw manure down in front of that yet. So there's another Seminole pumpkin. I'm just going to run into the garden real quick. I'll go there. I'll try to get through this gate. The latch on this gate is a little difficult for my arthritic hands, but I will give it a shot. It's tough. There we go. Callie, come on, baby. Oops. Come on. There's my girl. Come on. Come on. Typical cat. Alright. Joseph puts these latches on that are... Well, I don't even think it's the latch. I think it's just that the gate is warped. There we go. Alright. Remember the last video I said these are the orphan tomatoes? And they're coming along. These are definitely Everglades, the little cherry tomatoes. And then over here we've got, and you'll have to forgive me, I can't remember the name of these tomatoes that change. They're kind of two-toned. There's some more of them over there. I saw some on here. Down here. There's some down there. I can't remember the name of them. Joseph gets these varieties and I can't remember. But over here we have some other kind. I don't know what these are. We'll find out when they ripen. And then, like I said, these are peppers that I overwintered. Some of them made it, some of them didn't. Ooh, this one looks like it's going to fall over. There we go. So we got some peppers on there. I know they look kind of sad, but they'll look great by the end of the summer. And there's another one. See? That one really filled out its leaves. And there's a cat. Yes, we grow cats from that log, don't we? Don't we, Kelly? And no, that's not poison ivy, that's Virginia creeper. That's why I sometimes accidentally touch poison ivy, because they're so similar and I don't think anything of it, and then boom. But it's alright, I've never, knock on wood, I've never broken out yet. You can see, I already harvested beans yesterday, but you can see the little flowers all over. Those are going to be green beans. Uh-oh, rain's picking up. And see, what I do is I come out here in the morning and I look where the flowers are, because I know that that's where I'm going to find beans in a couple of days. There's another bunch of them. Whole bunch of them. And there's some beans. Looks like those are almost ready. I can pick those in the afternoon, but that's what they look like. They're hanging down. Little green beans. Mushroom logs over here. We keep shade cloth on them, but I don't see any edible mushrooms. We got some wild mushrooms growing on that one, but I've gotten shiitake mushrooms from that log before, and of course there's blue oysters over there. We got our mushroom habitat here. There's nothing in there, I already checked. Over here, the bugs are eating up our broccoli. And this brings me, this is a good teaching moment. See, we got a little broccoli going on there. Broccoli is not doing that great this year, but beans are. Beans are doing great. Look at all these beans. We got all kinds of beans coming along here. And that's how it works. That's how it works. You know, some years you're going to get a good crop of something, and the next year, nada. And it looks like a scarlet runner bean volunteer came up. Those little orange flowers. That's from last year's scarlet runner beans. So we must have missed one and it grew. Chard. We've already gotten a ton of zucchini off of this. In fact, I've already dehydrated a bunch of zucchini and I got more in there. I'm going to make some zucchini bread. I already picked this lettuce clean and it's coming back. I might grab a little bit more. It's fixing to bolt. There's that one yellow squash. I don't know if it's going to make it or not. But there's more zucchini starting up there. And the last two cabbages, we already picked the biggest ones. We were kind of hoping these would grow, but I think we better pick them because the rain is just gonna, I think, gonna eat them alive with all the moisture. Last pea. Last little pea. I harvested the rest of the beets, even though we planted them in the spring. A lot of them were ready, so I just harvested all of them. I'm gonna can beets today. Oops, almost fell. Oh gosh, it's almost 20 minutes, 17 minutes. There's eggplant. Oops. So that's getting started. These are all Cherokee purple tomatoes. And they're just like in this monstrosity here. I don't even know if I can get around it. I might have to go out the other gate. Last of the blackberries. So whoever's watching this, I know, all three of you, it doesn't matter. I'm just making these videos just to kind of document what we're doing. I want people to realize that their power have been taken from them. Their power to grow their own food. Even if you just have an apartment. If you live in an apartment, you can grow in grow bags. I grow a lot of stuff in grow bags. Don't let the controllers, the overlords, stop you from doing what you need to do to be healthy and to sustain yourself properly. Personally, I'd rather die than live on Bill Gates's freaking cricket burgers. I would rather die. And that's my stand. These are those two-tone tomatoes I told you about. They turn red eventually when they ripen. See? Down there. Oh, there's a couple of them. It looks like they're already ripe. I have no idea what the name is. Then we have these little yellow tomatoes. And they're fun to put in salads and whatnot. The kale just keeps going. It's like the Energizer Bunny. Keeps going. And the onions, they're like, yeah, we're done with this heat. So anyway, we're getting on 20 minutes. I'm going to stop here. Look, isn't that pretty? I know not everybody can afford a half acre of land or an acre of land or even a house. But one thing that I've learned is you just have to hang in there. Like I said, I'm 68 years old. You got to hang in there and just start working in that direction of growing your own food. This is Jerusalem artichoke for the chickens. Certainly not for me. I can't stand them. They're bitter and you got to cook them a lot, and I don't have time for that. But anyway, I'm just going to close out this video by saying we need to empower ourselves, and we need to say no. Say absolutely no to all this craziness that's taken away our food supply. They are purposely draining our food supply and purposely only making ultra processed foods available. This is on purpose. This is part of the plan. So you need to make up your mind. Are you going to allow them to manipulate your diet and your life? Or are you going to stand up for your rights? It's up to you. I know the boomers, we get blamed for everything, but honestly, I had no idea this is what they were going to do to us. If I had, I would have, well, actually, it wouldn't have done any good, because I remember 20 years ago talking about how they're killing us, and nobody listened. And nobody listens to me now. So, to the 5 of you out there who are watching this video, I hope to God that you're doing something to empower yourselves. Have a great day.